Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to farm seasonal points extremely quickly. But first of all, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the first thing I want to show over here is of course that I have maxed out all of my points already at 150,000 points. There is a weekly limit, so you cannot farm indefinitely after you hit this cap. You can still kill stuff, but you don't get seasonal points anymore. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So I personally farmed in Retem, so that is Alnoth as well as the lower levels. That was how I got a lot of my seasonal points. However, if you use the same strategy as I did and just play normally in Retem, then it will take around 5 to 6 hours without a booster. Now, I've never bought the booster because personally I don't see the value in it because I do have enough time to play every single week to hit the cap. However, I do understand there are many of you out there that do not have 5 to 6 hours a week to play NGS. So if you only care about maxing out your points and you don't care about the loot, you don't care about the amount of Meseta you make, well, lucky for you, you can simply come to Mount Magnus rank 1, where all the mobs are going to be level 5. You can also go to Vanford Laboratories rank 1 or Rezel Forest depending on what you want. The reason why we want to go to rank 1 is because the enemy level is going to be much lower. So if you don't like Mount Magnus because of the elevation, you can simply go to Vanford Laboratories to rank 1 and we'll teleport there right now and I'll show you how to farm it extremely quickly. And once you arrive at Vanford Laboratories, I recommend using a ranged weapon. Personally, I play Force as my subclass, so I have a rod. However, you can use whatever weapon you want or whatever class you want. However, I do recommend being ranged and has AoE. So I highly recommend using Force simply because of Zonde. Zonde hits multiple targets, it's like a chain lightning attack and will pretty much one-shot every mob in this area because all the mobs are level 10 while you are basically level 35. But you can see here that I have Force as the subclass, so keep in mind that I will be dealing less damage. If you want to maximize damage, you can set it as your main class. But look, you're literally just one-shotting everything with your Zonde. And you just run around, you blast everything to death, and you just get your PSE bursts. When you're doing this method, I recommend just going to the E's and T's. There's no real need to go super min-max or whatever. You're literally just killing everything as fast as possible. So just kill anything, do whatever you want. And it's super easy. You'll max out your points within 2 hours, I want to say, just by doing this method. And the nice thing is you don't even need a team. You can do this 100% solo and everything just gets zapped to death. Now these guys do take a little bit longer, so yeah, you see that it survived what, one charged attack. This one needs like a second charge attack. Yep, you see? So they do take a little bit longer, but then again, I have like no potency. If you look at my stats over here, I literally have 12.3% tech potency, so I don't deal a lot of damage with my rod, and you know, I'm not using Force main class. So if you are having a little bit of trouble killing the mobs here, or you just simply want to kill them faster, then definitely make sure that Force is your main class, and then just pump up the potency a little bit. Maybe even use a Tempesta weapon if you want. However, if you decide to use a Tempesta weapon, make sure to use Zan to kill multiple enemies. So Zan is really good for AoE, and if you're doing single target, for example, you're trying to kill the boss from the PSE burst, then use Gizan. Gizan is a single target, very powerful for single targets, and make sure that you use a couple of uncharged attacks into a charge attack. Don't just spam one type of attack, alright? However, let's say that you don't have 2 hours and maybe you're rushing it and you've only got like 1 hour left, or you've got like 30 minutes or whatever. How can you farm these points even faster? Now there is a way, however, it will require some of your recycle badges. So we could come to the shop over here, we go to item recycle, and right here at the winter S points plus 100%, this will allow you to gain 100% more points for 60 minutes. However, do keep in mind it does cost 5 AC scratch items or SG scratch items. So what you want to do here is you want to use your SG recycle badges. Remember the daily free SG scratch that you get every single day? You can actually change these items into recycle badges. So how do you do that? We're going to press escape, we're going to go shop, we're going to go to the item recycle tab right here, and the second option right here is NSG recycle badge. When you click on this, and if you have any items that you can turn into a recycle badge, it will show up here. You simply click on one and click confirm, and then it'll be turned into an NSG recycle badge, which you can use 5 of them in order to get your winter S points plus 100%. And by popping one of these, you will hit 150,000 points very quickly while farming in these lower level areas, because they still give the same amount of seasonal points, maybe a little bit less, but considering that you're killing everything in one shot, your speed overcompensates the amount of seasonal points that you get. And now that you have all these seasonal points, what should you buy from the event shop? So let us talk to Shandy over here. And the first things I would pick up is probably the top 5 items right here. So we get the mag form device, so this is like a new skin for your mag. We get a new stamp, we get the tiger cape, get your 100 star gems, as well as your 4 special scratch tickets. These items are pretty much a no-brainer. Pick these up, okay? Next, we'll scroll all the way to the bottom, and I would pick up all 200 alpha reactors, because if you sell all 200 of them, that is 700,000 Meseta, which will definitely help you on your fashion game or on any upgrades that you want to do. Once you bought out all the alpha reactors, the next thing I would buy is probably the Didal Soul, Pedestal, and Next Soul, depending on what you need for your specific weapon, simply because, you know, it gives a lot of weapon potency as well as 5 PP, which is pretty nice. And once you bought those, you can literally buy whatever else you want. Now, there are Tempesta weapons over here which cost 10,000 seasonal points. They are already enhanced to plus 25, so feel free to buy these, and that way it saves you a little bit of money on enhancements. And yeah, just you can use these Tempesta weapons if you want. They are pretty good for 2 things. One is for veteran hunting. It's very powerful against veterans, and 2, it is very good in combat zones. So if you plan to do a lot of any of these 2 pieces of content, then I highly recommend picking up a Tempesta weapon. If you don't have a main weapon already with a fixa on it, then these Tempesta weapons are a really good placeholder until you can get your relic, or until you can get a Gregia series weapons with a fixa. Then these are a good stepping stone, okay? Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the rest.